What is going on, everybody? Welcome on into the Faithful Studio. I am Tyson, and today is Friday, and I got a servant, ladies' man type of company that I'm going to bring to you today that we're going to talk about. It's a company that reached out to me, asked how my review process works. I told them. They were thankful and delighted. They sent me out some product. I've been trying it out, and now I get to come across to you and tell you what I think of this beer company. Now, before we get started, you want to stick around, you want to see what I have to say, but also, to be upfront, they sent me this product. There was no money exchange, but they did send me the product. I didn't pay for it. They sent it out for the review. They asked if I could review it. I said yes, but I do it honestly. So you're going to get an honest review about what I think of your beer product. So they sent me oil, 5 different oils, and a butter to try out, and we're going to talk about that right after this. So thanks for stopping in and checking this out. If it's your first time here, hopefully by the end of this video, you'll hit that subscribe button, you'll hit the thumbs up, and you'll hit the bell so you know that every time that I come out with a new video. If it's not your first time here, hey, thanks for coming back and watching another one. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you want and leave a comment. But the company we're talking about today is Cervantez Beer Company. Now, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not the best at Spanish, but I believe it means, in Spanish, it means like servant or a ladies' man, and so that kind of makes sense to me when I'm reading about this, and like, you know, maybe it's like ladies' man type of beard oil. All right, so the first thing we want to do is show you some of these labels. So take a look at the labels here that we have on this beard oil. I mean, pretty simplistic round labels here with Cervantez on there, some design, some 2020 on there, the scent name on the front. On the back, you get your ingredients. You have the scent profile. And so the first one that I'm going to talk about here is Mr. C. And Mr. C is pineapple, coconut, and lemon. And when I smell that, I get very upfront the pineapple, very upfront pineapple. But when you warm it up and you put it in your beard, the pineapple wears out pretty quickly. The coconut kind of comes in and sticks around for the most of the day. A little bit of the lemon, not a terrible lot. I think it's kind of just a back note on that. But with the ingredients on all of these, you're talking about coconut oil, hemp oil, jojoba oil, apricot oil, castor oil, grapeseed oil, glycerin, vitamin E with keratin, and argan oil. So, decent carrier blend, depending on what you think of all those carriers and how they work in your beard. For me particularly, I did enjoy the feel. My beard seemed to soak it up fairly well, which is interesting for a low porosity beard and having some castor oil in there, but it doesn't feel like super thick to me. So I don't know how their ratios exactly break out in this, but it doesn't feel like a super thick or medium even oil. It seems like a pretty thin oil to me on that. So I don't think there's a whole ton of castor oil in there, but I could be wrong. You know, it doesn't have it all listed in here, what percentages or what, but I don't think there's a whole bunch of castor oil in there. I would say the most of it is probably coconut and jojoba oil, but that aside, my beard soaked it up really nice. The scent profiles on all of them that I kind of tested, I noticed that the scent profiles don't last all particular day. They're not overpowering by any means, but they're not super light either. It's one of those things where I put them in and I smell them for a good hour, and then they kind of fade off and they transition into something different, which is okay. But I did have people comment on them throughout the day, so I know that other people were kind of smelling them, and maybe I just went nose blind to that exact scent on them. And for me, it tends to happen more when it's hot outside, like it has been here, as they wear off a little bit quicker to my particular nose. So the second one we're going to talk about is Monkey Barrel. Monkey Barrel. I mean, you remember Monkey Barrels when you were a kid and you had those the little plastic barrel and you open it up and there's the monkeys in there with the hooks and they all hooked around each other like that. You know, I mean, that's just what this name reminds me of. But it's banana and vanilla. Banana and vanilla. When you smell it, you get very banana-y scent. It smells like banana runts. You put it in, it smooths out a little bit, the banana fades off, the vanilla comes out, and you just have a nice vanilla with a little bit of banana scent that kind of lingers and hangs around with you throughout the day. Again, same carrier blend, same type of label, just a different scent profile. I tend to like that. If you like banana, you're going to like that one. But again, the banana is strong up front, but fades off fairly quickly. And then you have one called Good Old Days. It's the good old days. We got whiskey barrel and butterscotch. Now this is different for me because I'm not a huge butterscotch fan, but I think it works well in some beard oils. I do like whiskey. I don't know. I don't walk around smelling whiskey barrels. So when I smell that, I get whiskey right up front, and I get butterscotch up front. But there's something else in there, and to me it seems a little woody. Now, when I put this on the beard, I don't really get a whole ton of butterscotch. I really don't. I think it fades off, and I think the whiskey barrel overpowers the butterscotch, but that's okay. It's still a good scent. And if you like whiskey scents, you're going to kind of like this, and I think the butterscotch gives a little bit of a sweetness with the wood of the barrel, and I think it's a good scent. I don't have anything against it, and I don't feel like a lot of people are doing like whiskey barrel and butterscotch with kind of whiskey. I think the difference really between whiskey and whiskey barrel is the whiskey barrel has a little bit more of that wood tone to it, and I definitely get that out of it. The next one we have is Cuban, which is sweet tobacco and vanilla. Tobacco vanilla is like one of my favorite scents of all time. Like, how do you not like tobacco and vanilla? And tobacco and vanilla is just an amazing profile. And this isn't like a normal tobacco vanilla to me. It's like I've smelt tobacco and vanilla, and it's just like this is a little bit different. This isn't run of the mill tobacco and vanilla. I get a little bit more. I just get a little bit more of the, how do I want to say it? Like the pungent tobacco, like the little bit of a tobacco spice, a little bit of the spice with it, and then I get the vanilla. So it's not like the super sweet tobacco mixed with vanilla to make it even sweeter. It's, and it says sweet tobacco, but to me, it's got a little bit of that little punch with the tobacco in there. And again, all these scents, they wear off fairly quick in my beard, but the tobacco vanilla was the one that I got comments on throughout the day. That was the one that I noticed. But again, those people were getting pretty close, so I don't think it's like overwhelming. I think they're very light scents. And then the last one I have, which was my personal favorite, which was the Shop. It's a Barbershop 1920 with vanilla. You can notice he uses vanilla a lot. And this, to explain the Barbershop, is the baby powder type Barbershop. But then you have the vanilla in there, which really sweetens it up, and it takes it to this different kick of type of baby powder Barbershop. Like, it doesn't smell like the baby powder straight out of the bottle that's going to hit you up like some of the barbershops. It's sweet and mellows it out quite a bit. And I actually really, really, really like it. I am a fan of barbershops. I don't mind the baby powder scent. But generally when I wear a baby powder scented barbershop, the baby powder kind of lingers with me all day. And this was just like a nice vanilla sweetness with it. A little bit of that baby powder remnants, but more of the sweetness that kind of goes with the barbershop, but not overpoweringly sweet. I don't like super sweet scents, but a really nice barbershop scent, different take than what I usually experience, and I like that. I like something a little bit different, but with common scent profiles that maybe we're used to hearing about or snifferooing ourselves. And then you have the butter here that he sent out to me, which is a mango vanilla. Mango vanilla, like not mango. I like mangoes. And you can see it here. I don't use butter a whole ton during the summer months, so I did test it out twice, just to see. And to me, okay, so I get the mango scent, and it smells like something girly that like a girl would wear, a lotion a girl would wear, which doesn't bother me at all. It's fruity and it's nice, and yeah, it just reminds me of something familiar, but I can't really pinpoint it. Maybe it's a candle. I don't really know. But I also get some of the ingredients in here too. And when you bring it out, I mean, it's a pretty thick and almost balm-ish type to try to get out of there. But it melts down in your hand. It's a little tacky, melts down, and goes in your beard, and it moisturizes. It gives it quite a bit of a hold too. I actually wore this one day. Stop it, phone. See, we're back to the phone interrupting. I actually wore this in the morning one day instead of beard oil because I wanted to try it. The style held really good throughout the day on a nice hot day. But I'm not a big fan of wearing butters or balms in the summer because they continue to melt throughout the day and then re-solidify and then melt and then re-solidify. But I wanted to try it out. And I think this is a very good butter if you want some hold with it. It gives you a little bit of hold. And when you're talking about the ingredients on this, it's mango butter, shea butter, almond oil, coconut oil, hemp oil, jojoba oil, apricot oil, castor oil, grapeseed oil, and glycerin. And it's got one of those little cool little scanny QR codes on the back where you can scan it and see stuff. I don't know. Are you guys all down with the QR codes? See, what I think about like QR codes, like They're better on products like this where you can just scan them with your phone. But if you get them digitally on your phone, then what do? You scan them with a different phone? Can you download them and scan them? I don't know. I haven't messed around with them enough, but I feel like QR codes are something that's been around since I started working in my technology job 10, 11 years ago, and they never really took off. And now I feel like QR codes are like taking off and going somewhere. So maybe we need to get in the QR world. Like, let's just scan this QR code to watch the latest video on YouTube. That's right. So as far as prices go, you're talking like $15 for 1 ounce bottle of beard oil. You're talking $20 for a 2 ounce bottle of beard oil. You're talking $20 for a balm or a butter. And if you want all three, butter, balm, oil, you're $45. That's a pretty darn good deal. That's basically like buy a butter and a balm, get an oil for $5. I feel like the pricing is pretty darn well. I mean, I can't complain with the pricing. The shipping was quick. I think they look like the nothing about the appearance that really just like pops and stands out at me. That's like, oh my gosh, this is above and beyond. It looks pretty standard sitting on the beard shelf. The feel and beard was probably standard, a little bit more than standard to me, a little bit more than standard. But the scent profile is what I really dug about the company. He's doing something different of scent profiles that I haven't really smelt before. And I really like that. And they weren't overpowering. They weren't dull to where I couldn't really smell anything. They were really nice scent profiles, and I think he did a good job mixing them. And I liked that. That to me, that was the standout of the company. And looking at the website, I can see other scent profiles that are like, never really seen that before. And that kind of trips my trigger. Like, I go off of feel. Like, feel is number one for me. But then when it comes to scent, being in the game as long as I've been in the game, it's nice to have something different. Not your normal run-of-the-mill, well, this one smells the same as this one, or this one smells... I like smelling things a little bit different. And I like that. I think the labels look nice. As far as, like, the design, I like his design. As far as how they hold up, I've had it for, like, a week, and I'm seeing stuff, like, chipping and fading. Just advice, I guess, going forward is... we could improve the labels a little bit. But, I mean, that's just getting into nitpicky stuff. We want to talk about scent and feel. Feel great, scent great. I like the different types of scents that he uses. So, overall, Cervantez Beard Co., I like what you're doing over there. And I don't think I necessarily have a discount with them. I know there's a Meadow one, like for that Meadow Guide. Meadow 15, I think, saves you 15%. I think there's another one on the website. Maybe there's a 4th of July sale. So you can go check that out. But, I mean, it's a good deal, and if you haven't tried them out, it's worth trying out and seeing how they work in your beard. And so thank you again for sending out these products for me to review, and that is my opinion on it. So I hope each and every one of you have a fantastic 4th of July weekend. I got some huge plans this weekend, and next week I'm heading to North Carolina. So that'll be fun just to chill and look at some lighthouses and take a little bit of vacation, see some people out there maybe. I don't know what I'm going to do. I know that Chick-fil-A and Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme, that's all in the works for sure. That's got to be in the works. It's been a couple of years since I've been out there and had that, so I got to go get that. When you leave South Dakota and you go to North Carolina, those things are on the agenda, all right? Those things are on the agenda. So that's what I got going on. Let me know down in the comments what you're doing for 4th of July. If you've tried Cervantez Beer Company, maybe E-Rock will chime in and tell me if I pronounced it right. A little rusty on my Spanish. In fact, I'm not even rusty. I'm just not good. No rust. Just not good. Just bad. So thank you guys all for checking this video out. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a fantastic 4th of July weekend. From the bottom of my heart, God bless you all. I appreciate you. I love you. And thank you for continuing to watch this channel and checking this channel out if you're new here. So until I talk to you guys again soon, again, I am Tyson with Faithfully Bearded. Be bearded, be you, and God bless.